welcome along and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. We are headed up to the shop in our G Series Vulture here because we have contract to finish off. We need to finish off the contracts, in fact, in fields. I think it's 11, 12, and 14 from last time. We got all of the bales. Well, we got all of the grass cut and baled. What we didn't manage to do is get it wrapped up. So we are going to pop up to the shop now and grab ourselves a bale wrapper. Let's see what we got options here. We got anything? No, nothing in there. It'd be fairly good to buy one, but we're not going to be doing that at the moment. What I want to do is find a bale wrapper. Now, I went looking for some bale wrappers and cannot find any modded bale wrappers out there, which is weird because I was fairly sure that there had been one kicking about. But what we're going to do is we're going to lease this. Now, we actually have a new mod on here, which is the Lease-to-buy mod. So if we hold on to this, we'll be able to, after a time and when we get extra money in, be able to actually buy it. I'm going to put blue bale wrap on here. And I think I'm going to go with the Vicon setup. We are going to be stabbing these bales, I think, to get them sold because they'll automatically get done. And I am not actually going to put a license plate on this at all because it's leased. If we eventually buy it, I will put a license plate on it and put somebody from the Patron on there at that point. But yeah, no license plate for now on here. So let's lease this. So this is going to cost us £220 a day. Yes. And 1,222 is the initial leasing cost. That should be fine. We should easily make that just off a single bale here pretty much. So let's bring this up here. Our letters are nearly full. We're not got too long until those are filled up. In fact, let's have a quick look at our productions here. So, yeah, we still got plenty of water, seeds, and solid fertilizer. Yeah, so this should finish off the seeds and solid fertilizer. Might leave us with a little bit because it is a 2-to-1. And yeah, I'm expecting to have a few seeds left in that one. And similarly, less seeds left in that. I think we're going to have about 7 litres left there. So we've got enough water to complete both of those. But as I said before, we want to get those emptied. Because if we can do that, then we're going to be able to get our... we're going to be able to move our greenhouses. We want to move them down to the main part of the farm because we have a lot of space down there. And that will actually free some space up on existing land for us to put in more grapevines. So that will be very good news. But that, of course, is something that is a little way off at the moment. We need to head around this field. And wow, we actually left, when it got dark at the end of last time, a fair amount of grass around here. We're not going to worry about it. It isn't an entire bale's worth, as we discovered. We have got some rain that's turned up, though, so we want to get these wrapped. We don't want to get too much moisture into these for these contracts. But yeah, today's job is basically get these bales wrapped, and then once we've got that job done and dusted, we can come up here with our trailer and get these all delivered to their final destination, which is going to be where? That is going to be animal dealer, and the biogas plant. So, field 14 we're on at the moment. These need delivering to the biogas plant. These ones here on 11 and 12 both need to go to the animal dealer, and which is interesting because those two contracts are paying more despite the fact that those two fields result in fewer bales. That is a very, very interesting conundrum. But yeah, what we'll do is we will load up a trailer for here first, I think. Get these delivered. And, well, I don't know, actually. It's one of those conundrums. Which is paying more out of the biogas plant and the animal dealer? The answer for that, for silage, is very much the animal dealer. So yeah, we want to get some bales delivered to the biogas plant and clear that out first. If we have a look at our contract, we don't have the better contract mods on here, so we can't tell exactly how many liters we need to deliver to each of them. Final bale we need off here is up on this top corner, so we'll zoom up here. I'm going to pull this back towards the center of the field, which is why I dropped my last bale off before I came and grabbed this one. Gets them all in a bit of a smaller area for us to drop them off, and there we go. So how many bales do we have on here? I think we worked out it was 10 bales at the end of the last video. Unfortunately, the end of the last video was a little bit blurred because of an editing issue. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There a 10th? I thought we had 10 on here. Maybe not. Or either that or I've missed wrapping them. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, because there's 2 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there are only 9 on this field. So yeah. I thought we had a 10th, but apparently not. I might have to go and have a look around for it. But yeah, only 9 bales on here. So 80% of that is going to be all but one of them by the looks of things. Next up, we have field 12 over here. And yeah, this has only 4 bales on it. So delivering all of these to the animal husbandry, or the animal market, sorry, is going to be what we want to do. We'll put them all roughly, or try and put them all roughly in the same area of the field. Where I am now is fairly flat, so a good choice. And of course, we've not got the bale turner on this to put them on their ends. So that makes it a little bit harder. Not overly so. There we go. And down. So we'll grab the last 2 of these and then get the ones on field 11 wrapped up as well. Rain has stopped as we are heading over field 11, and look at those grapevines. They are all looking ready to harvest. The one area that isn't ready is the last vines we planted. We planted them fairly late. And you can see over here, the rest of our vines have a pretty healthy set of grapes on, ready to harvest. And then we've got a whole section of vines planted really late here that don't yet. So I want to wait till they're ready. Means we'll be doing the harvest in October. The other vines should be fine at that time. And means we maximize the use of the harvester, which is the big worry, because of course, the more we use it, the more days, or the more hours it gets on it, the more it costs us. Now, I need to look into, so I was talking about this earlier, this new lease-to-buy mod. It reduces the cost to buy a mod, or buy a piece of equipment, by the number of days you have it. So, if you have it for 5 days, it will reduce the price of the mod by the cost for 5 days. What it doesn't do, from as far as I can tell, is reduce the price of the mod by the number of hours you use it for. So, if you use a piece of equipment a lot, and you use this mod, it will still cost you extra overall, because you will still have that number of hours that you've used it. If you have something that you use occasionally, like we have with this, we're not looking to use it for lots and lots of hours, just every so often, you know, to make a whole load of money off some silage bales like this, it should be a fairly good piece of kit to have and to kick around. So I can show you this at the moment by going and having a look at this mod, or this piece of equipment. Keep calling it a mod. It's not a mod. This is base game. So we have here the bale wrappers. And no, I don't want to return it. That's interesting. I don't know where this is then. I need to look into this a bit more. I think I've got this mod. You know what? I may not have turned the mod on. I've come into this save game a couple of times. But yeah, it is a mod I am really interested in having and using. And it looks like I've forgotten to turn it on this time I loaded into the game. So yeah, we will cover that later. We're probably going to be using it on pretty much every save game. And it should be a pretty brilliant mod to use, I think. Right, we only had 3 bales off that field. We had another 4 off field 12, and then, as I said, we had a lot off the last field. Can't believe that we've got double the bales on field 14, and the contract is worth so much less money. Which begs the question, have I done the right thing? Was that a hay making contract? Because that would be hilarious. So let's just double check this. Mowing, baling, wrapping it on field 11, wrapping it on field 12, wrapping it on field 14. So yeah, no, it is all okay. That is the right setup. So I want to go and get our flatbed trailer over here. We need to go and put that onto this tractor and yeah, get this up to the field, and then we'll get the little JCB up there as well. And the plan will be to go and load up probably 8 bales off of field 14, get them delivered to the biogas plant, and then once we so we've got 16 bales. So we'll put 8 to the biogas plant and then 8 to the animal husbandry or the animal market, and go from there. I still have no idea how I managed to count 10 bales on this field. I've done a complete walk around the field. I've checked and double checked, and yeah, there are only 9 bales on this field. So it's very, very weird that I'm unable to find a 10th bale. But yeah, we're gonna load 8 of these onto our trailer, and hopefully that will come on. Hopefully that will be enough to complete this contract. It should be 9 bales on here. That is working its way off. That is odd. Oh, that's why we've got an oddity with how this bale is on, and as a result, it's just weird. If you get them on wrong, if you get the collisions just wrong, it can cause all sorts of problems. So you want to get on these as straight as you can, and give it sort of about the same space either side, and try and get it at roughly the same angle. You basically want the first bale to skim across the floor as you pick up the second, and then with any luck they shouldn't interfere with each other too much. These two are, for some reason, it's a bit odd. I don't often have this problem when I am stacking bales, so yeah, don't quite know why they're doing that. And you can see it's moving back now. That is so weird. But yeah, we've easily got enough space for 8 bales on here. So we'll put these 8 bales on, and back off. And then yeah, we should be able to put 8 bales on the second lot as well. These bales definitely don't seem to like being on this fork together. That's really weird. I've never really had this much trouble with stacking round bales before, and then moving about this much. It's a very odd issue that I'm having. I don't think it's not this bale, not this forklift, because yeah, as I said, we've done a lot of stacking with this, and it's not this bale spike, because this is the base game bale spike. And again, not had this kind of issue. I think it must be the size of bales. We've not really tried doing this size of bales before. on here, I don't think, for this kind of job. So, yeah, maybe it is just the bale size that's causing the issue. We will find out soon enough, though. I am going to grab the last 2 bales from over this side. They're quite far apart, so might as well grab them separately. It's going to put more spikes through the bales, but never mind. So, like that. And up. And yeah, look at that. So I did mention last video that things might get a bit repetitive if we're doing lots and lots of this type of job. And me not wanting it to get too repetitive. Thank you to everybody who basically said, but yeah, that's farming. That's what happens. Sometimes things are a little bit repetitive, which is fair enough. I absolutely take that on board. But I think if we do baling contract after baling contract after baling contract, while I might really enjoy it because I do enjoy doing these, I think you guys may not so much. We only have one more episode to go, though, either way, as to what before we get into our grape harvest. So there is at least that positive item. But yeah, what I'm going to do the next game day, actually I do know what I'm going to do the next game day. We're going to have the lettuce ready. We're going to be earning money, and if we're lucky, we're going to get a grape harvester that we'll be able to rent with the view to eventually getting it purchased. So yeah, should be all good. I dropped our tully truck off at the up at field 12 so that we could very easily go and grab then 5 bales from there. I think this here is where we need to drop these off. Oh, preferably without hitting this. Now I have managed to drop them off here before, but I don't know if this is going to work this time. If not, I do have an idea to drop them into place. We might have a look at the capture or the actual space. If not, yeah, those aren't dropping off, are they? Right. So. Oh, wow, those aren't moving at all either. That's great. I may have to... oh, no, there we go. And roll into... Yeah, there we are. So, accelerate. Oh, this might take a while. I've managed to roll most of them off. I've missed with one, and it's actually been quite lucky because I'm at 98%. There's the last one. There we go. Right, so... based on this, we only need to deliver 7. That's fine. I do have 1 left over here, so I will get that picked up. And yeah, we'll get that picked up on our way past. It's not too far away. We are going to head back up to field 12, though. Grab the bales we got over there, and then everything, we're going to sell that down at the animal market, which is a much easier place to sell these bales. Oh, that was a real chore. And yes, apologies for that not being overly realistic. I think if we're going to be selling stuff there in future, might be wise to put a front loader on this G Series Vultra. We've come round to field 12, and yeah, we got our little teller truck waiting here with the single bale it drove over with. So let's spin this around and load up these 5 bales, which is probably enough, to be honest, to complete this contract, and may even be enough to complete the contract on field 11 as well. Because the thing is, partial bales will go towards completing both contracts, because it's now an amount of liters that you have to deliver, not a number of bales. And the reason behind that, of course, is that you could deliver larger bales like we are, or smaller bales, depending on how you feel. So you stay there, please. I managed to get round that, but that is not the best bit of stacking ever. So yeah, we'll get these loaded up. We'll head over to field 11, and then I'll go and grab that last remaining bale that is sitting down at the BGA, because we can get a better price for it down at the animal market, and therefore we want to make as much money off this as we possibly can. These are not very well stacked on here, but that's okay. We've not got a, well, we've only got to fit 9 bales on, so they should all fit on this level, even with some bad stacking like this. So yeah, now I need to get this over to field 11, and we will then follow it up with the G series in a moment. These silage bales are actually huge. We've got 27,500 litres on just 5 bales on the back here. That is quite a lot of silage. And it's why we have not got many bales off these fields, because we use this larger bale size to do this. It has meant that we've got less bales off here, less to transport, and an easier time of it to do it. So yeah, we'll get these last couple of bales on here, and we've just then got that 1 bale to go and get from the BGA. Take this up to 9 bales and take it all down to the animal market. Having these bales staggered around here has actually been a little bit useful. It's allowed us to lock bales down one at a time without causing too much hassle as we've gone on. It might cause us a bit of problem when we come to put this final bale on in a moment. But we'll find out when we come to put it on. It might fit on the back of here, it might not. But yeah, that is on there. Is there enough? There should be enough bale space to get a bale on the back there. So yeah, let's get this down to the BGA, not very far from here, and then we can do the same again with our tractor. And this time, yeah, I'm just going to load it up, and we will get down to the animal market. All 9 bales loaded up and down to the animal market we go with them. We've still got the best price for these bales down here, so this is why we've taken all the remaining bales down to this point. And now I think these will just unload from the trailer here. At least I'm hoping that they will. Actually, we might just need to unstrap everything. So let's see if unstrapping a bale does it. Yeah, there we go. So let's unstrap all of these. Ah, there we go. 9,803 in sold bales. I was worried for a moment our contract wasn't going to finish then. Wasn't going to finish and wasn't going to give us a load of money. So that is all 3 contracts completed. We didn't rent any equipment for any of them. So let's collect on all of those. Wrapping 1 bale was all it took for us to repay what we'd spent on the wrapper. So yeah, worth having that wrapper and holding on to it, I think. But as I was saying before, we now just have a pile of these baling contracts left to do on here, and some of them are fairly big, like that one, although that's a tedding contract, so the bales won't be worth quite so much. And yeah, still, yeah, most of these are not silage, they're for hay bales, whereas over on field 21 and field 35, we've got a couple of really small weeding contracts. Yeah, I think we'll be leaving those as well. We've got a few things to do on our farm next time, so we're going to pick those up. For now, I think we're going to have the afternoon off. It's 10 to 3. We've managed to complete the baling contracts. So, yeah, time to go home. And that means all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.